Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to the channel. I'm Stylosa and welcome back to OverAnalzyed, our wonderful Overwatch coaching series. And today, we're going to take a look at a player who is a tank player but wants to be a DPS player so they can play with their friends. However, they've placed at a rank they don't think they should be at. Now, is this a high rank? Is this a low rank for the player? Well, we're going to find out. I'm not going to actually tell you guys what the SR is in this game for maybe 2 minutes or so. So I want you guys to guess in the comments below. And don't cheat and skip forward because that's disgusting. I don't want any of that. Also, I am still looking for Wrecking Ball clips as well, guys. Keep sending them through. I'm also looking for Mercy and Roadhog as well if you've got any of those. Because what I'm trying to do is go through heroes. In fact, let me just pause this. Go through heroes, which we haven't done a lot of recently. So things like Genji and like McCree. Maybe not going to do as much as those because we get a lot of those coming through. However, do send in your clips if you still want coaching because as is evident by this has not been selected because it's Wrecking Ball. It has been selected because of this email. I am mostly a tank player and I play for my college team. It doesn't say what college, but obviously this player is going to be pretty good if they're representing their college and they're the tank player. However, they've been wanting to branch into DPS. But yeah, they've got some issues and they're not sure they should be at this rank. And we're going to try and work out if they should be at this rank and what help they might need to get to their correct rank, ladies and gentlemen. Also, as well, the reason why I don't have my camera on, guys, is I actually went through these emails as I was traveling down to London today, and I'm in my hotel room putting this together because I'm about to get on a flight to the United States. I'm off to LA for a wonderful little trip. I wonder what that could be for. But yeah, you guys just enjoy it for what it is, right? I suppose I could use the webcam on my laptop, but it'd be absolutely terrible. So we're not going to do that. Ladies and gentlemen, we're not going to do that. All right, let me move this over here. There we go. Awesome. And also, I'm using the... I might put a picture of this on Twitter later, actually. I'm using the hotel TV as a second monitor. Pro strats. Anyway, let's go. All right, so you're playing Ashe, and we're going in on the low ground, and we go in with a little bit of a dynamite. We try to do the combat. That's not too bad. Our team have gone in deep. Their Reinhardt charges. We can put pressure on the Reinhardt. We're firing through the ADS, which is fine. The Torb is standing still. So, this looks a bit suspicious, doesn't it? Why would the Torb be standing still? Now, one of the things we would always say here is, why didn't you get the high ground? Now, in this case, right, it kind of doesn't matter because our team just rushed in, which is good, right? At least we've got a tank that literally does not care and wants to go in. There is nothing worse than a tank that doesn't go in. So committing to the attack, whether on Numbani you go through the low ground, you go through the high ground, you go around the side, or you go straight through the middle, is the critical thing. And our team have done that. This gives us loads of space. Now, there is this idea that DPS can't really carry at the moment in Overwatch. Tanks carry, because tanks give you a ton of space to do what you want to do. And this just let you, well, get a ton of value. We've almost got 50% ult charge. This is fine. So what SR do you guys think this is based off that first attack? I think I'll leave it a little bit longer because I'm not too sure this player, based off what I've just seen there, should be at this rank. Whether that's a high or low rank. I'll tell you in a second. This is funky. All right, so their Reinhardt's coming in. We get a decent hook. We tried to go for a little bit of a dynamite combo. Now, one of the things to remember with that, like we can kind of see the Reinhardt barrier there. We need to be detonating our... dynamite above his barrier, not throwing it at his barrier, not throwing it at the floor by him because he's just going to put his barrier up to get it out to prevent the damage. Well, there is like a little bit of really simple tech with the dynamite. Wherever you're aiming, right, if you throw, so if your aim here, like, so this is your crosshair here. If you throw the dynamite and do not move your what you're aiming at, so you literally just, you don't touch your mouse or you don't touch your sticks, you just basically throw the dynamite and then you immediately fire. The delay from the animation of throwing the dynamite to when you fire will hit the dynamite and cause it to detonate. This is a little cheeky tip for Ashe, and it's very effective for getting the dynamite to detonate almost all of the time whenever you need it to detonate. So be aware of that. So because we've seen you miss, you know, a few times. And remember, it's the key way we're going to charge our Bob. And we've almost got a Bob here, which isn't too bad. Now, one of the things I'm not really a massive fan of here is we're sitting on the payload. We seem to be stuck in with the team. Again, our team are winning the fight. We've got 2 kills here. Our Hog's doing a ton of work, but we're just sitting on the payload. And I'm never a fan of this. And this should be probably an indicator of what rank this is. I mean, what rank do you guys think this is? I mean, let me know. But don't cheat and skip forward to when I tell you, because that'll be disgusting. All right, so our team have won the fight. Think about the plan. Think about the value. D.Va behind us, all right? So we're going... Well, what you're doing is you're firing from the hip here. Do you need to do that? We could have brought up ADS and started firing them. So by ADS, just mean aim down sights. We do more damage. Remember that with Ashe. You do more damage when you bring up ADS. Firing from the hip does less damage. But it can be useful in certain scenarios. Like if you get a Tracer that's on you and she's super low HP, you can just spam shots at her to try and take her out. But still, almost all of the time, you want to use this mode, ADS. Nice there, nice D-Mech on the D.Va to get things done. But I'm going to write this on the screen. You guys, I mean, you guys know about this, and it's like, yeah, you probably bought the T-shirt as well, but where's the value here? Think about that question, then let's just go back, right? So if we go back, let's play from here, right? So our team have won the fight. What's the value in this situation? Okay, we pushed the D.Va away. We should have used ADS, but we know we do get the D-Mech on it. That's fine. Why are we not thinking about accessing the high ground here? Why are we not thinking what we should do is actually get up here, use our coach gun, get ourselves on the high ground? Because it's such a simple reposition. It's going to give us a much better view of what's going on down here, and we're actually really safe up there. We know what the enemy team have got. We don't know they've got a Bastion, that's a swap, but we know what heroes they've got. We know there's nothing that's really going to get us apart from the D.Va, but well, the D.Va was 1 HP, so we're not frightened of the D.Va. So here, standing on the payload it's not maximum value, and it's not a very good plan, is it? Because we need to be thinking, what are the enemy team doing? What's just happened to them? I mean, this is really simple when you think of it this way. We have killed the enemy team. We've literally killed them, right? We can see the D.Va's there because we've got the replay tool here. The Junkrat is there. That looks like a Mercy, and this is something else. I don't know what that is. Maybe it's no, it's not a Moira. I don't know what it is. But the enemy team are over there. The moral of the story is here. We should be on this high ground. We should be on this high ground. Or we should be in a position where we can do damage. Maybe you can run straight through here, and we've got like the little flank position there. We can fire through the choke as they come towards us. What we don't want to do is sit on the payload. Like, the payload is not our job. The supports can sit on the payload. Okay, so we're pushing forward here. Again, like it's like what I just explained there, you'll probably think, well, Stein, it makes no difference, right? Our team won the fight. Yeah, true. But it's all about getting these, like, this is what it's about, right? We need to get good habits. When we get good habits, we become better players. All Overwatch is about is you need to do the right things more often, make the right decisions, and they're not hard decisions. Like, if you're playing Ashe and you're on Numbani, okay, through the second phase, I'm going to prioritize claiming high ground and trying to keep tempo, trying to push forward. I'm not going to sit on the payload. I'm going to push forward, push forward, push forward. I'm going to be aggressive. I'm DPS, right? Very simple. Yet the message is mixed here. Now, remember, this is a tank player. So this tank player is obviously still thinking like a tank. Okay, do I need to be on the payload? What do I need to do? Do I need to push forward? Now, one thing we've not seen you do, we can coach on this. We should have coached on that. So that was actually a major misplay there. But I was about to say we've not seen you use Bob, but let's just take a look at this. In fact, what I should get is a timer for Bob. It's like, or for the ultimates. When's the ultimates going to get used? So my problem here is this charge. Look at that. That charge was criminally late reactions there, and we lost the player. So just watch this come through again. We can see this charge. We hear the audio prompt. There we go. We know he's coming in. He's coming through. Does he get anyone? Oh, he's killed the Doomfist first. Almost kills our Ashe. Does he kill our Ashe? He does. So, oh, God, that was my phone. I don't know if you guys did. I just dropped it on the floor. Anna, even. He kills our Anna. Well, his team kill our Anna, but, like, he hit with a melee. I'm sure he meleeed it, right? At least he boops her out of the way. So I think if we coach gunned him now, he's out of the way. Our Anna's saved. We were a bit delayed. Takes a hit. Bang, bang, bang. We throw in our dynamite again. We're not really getting maximum value out of that because we're not really, well, it's not detonating. It's being blocked by shields. Okay, a shatter comes in. Now, here's the question. We should use Bob here, probably, to counter what's just happened. Now, I don't want you holding on to Bob forever. And by the way, what SR do you think this is, guys? I'll tell you what, I'm gonna tell you now. I'm going to write it on the screen. So the SR of this game, right? What do you think it is? Do you think it's plat, gold, silver, bronze, diamond? Remember, this player doesn't think they belong at this rank, right? And we've kind of seen decent mechanical aim. We've seen dodgy positioning, but I don't know. What do you think? Well, this is the SR. 782. This is bronze. This feels better than bronze to me. Yeah, there's positional problems, but this doesn't look like normally, no offense to bronze players out there, bronze DPS players can't aim. They literally cannot aim. So this person's getting quite a lot of hits. And it seems okay. It's just the positioning is questionable. And we still haven't used Bob. So again, you're displaying to me that we're going to keep... What are we going to do with this ulti? How long are we going to keep it for? Our team have won every single fight in this game. I don't think we've lost a fight. We're literally rolling through the enemy team. They're pushed in. Okay. So, Bob into Bastion. It's fine. All right, so I need to take a drink, actually. Let me just take a drink. I've got some highly horrific hotel room tea. It's terrible. Yeah, so there's high ground straight above us, isn't there? Why are we not on this high ground? Why, again, are we on the low ground? You know, I guess now I've told you guys this is bronze. It does kind of make sense, right? This positioning is very weird. We don't always want to be on the payload. We don't always want to be in the fight. We're a ranged hero with ADS. We can actually operate from, well, range. The key's in the classification of the hero. We're not a point-blank hero. We can do damage at range. We should be utilizing that. All right, so we're looking for the disengage here. They've used Lethal Bomb. That's not too bad. We'll let that go. That's fine. Okay, I don't really like firing from the hip there, but we did get an 84 elimination on the Mercy, so that's not too bad. But I think it's because you clipped her with ADS and then just spammed at her and she was killed by the hog, but whatever. Okay, Coach Gun this. All right, then. Actually, pause this at a beautiful time. So you are starting to do this. So this just showed to me that you do know this is a thing, but reaction times have been bad. And the reason for this, guys, right? Like, what I've been trying to do recently for OverAnalzyed is I don't really think there's much value in videos which go for 2 hours long, where literally every single mistake is broken down. It's like, oh my God, you've used this ability 1 second too early. You haven't done this, you haven't done that, blah, blah, blah. I think they're actually kind of crap coaching videos. What I like is videos where it's got some applicable logic, which you can put in your sort of the flow of your game to just make you more effective at Overwatch. Generally, you understand the heroes you're playing, right? Overwatch is a 4-year-old game, so we know, like, you know how to play Ashe, right? And you're showing me this here because you're seeing a charge coming. You're like, oh, I'm going to coach gun this, right? It's a little bit too late because our hog has actually been connected there, it looks like. Yeah, he's got the stun effect. So he's been connected by the Reinhardt. So maybe we could have helped him a bit earlier, but we know this is the right thing to do. Yet a minute earlier, we did it too late because we weren't actually paying attention. Go in with a plan and just be like, I'm Ashe. I can... So I guess if we look at it this way, right, on Numbani. So if we go, this is Numbani, right? I'm Ashe, right? What's my plan? Well, what I'm going to do, right, is I'm gonna just abbreviate this, guys, because I don't want to write all over the screen. So I'm going to go for HG, right, high ground. So I'm going to prioritize this wherever I can, simply because I've got an ability which lets me access the high ground, right? Then what I'm going to do is R, which is just range. I'm just going to observe range. I'm not going to sit on the payload. I'm going to observe range so I can get a very clear vision as to what's going on in the game. The next thing I'm going to do is just be super aggressive with Bob. I'm just going to use Bob all the time. Bob isn't really that good, right? It's okay, but there's a lot of ways the enemy can shut it down. It's actually, Bob is buff on the experimental card because he's immune to sleep, but not in the live game at the moment. But still, you know, all they need to do is put a barrier in his face. So dead simply, all I'm doing here is I'm thinking, right, high ground. I'm thinking I'm going to keep my range. And then I'm thinking I'm going to utilize my coach gun to protect against things like charges, to knock Reinhardt's out of the way if they're coming in. I'm going to use, and also use it to disengage if somebody jumps close onto me. But what I'm also going to do is make sure every time I use my dynamite, I'm detonating it in the air. Again, using the tip I said earlier, which wherever your crosshair is, when you throw the dynamite, do not move it and just keep firing like primary fire until the animation goes away. And when you do fire, you'll detonate the bomb. Because what we're trying to do with this is maximize our ultimate charge so we get more Bob, and then we can just use Bob more and more. And that's what we're looking to do. It's really simple when you break it down like that. And then you can go a little bit further and just say, I'm not going to sit on the payload unless I'm the only person on the payload. I'm not going to use fire from the hip unless I'm getting dove upon by a Tracer or a Genji or somebody who's arguably low HP. If somebody like that does dive me, see, you almost did it there with the combo. Well, you actually did. You did shoot it, but you moved a little bit, but you did hit it. That's what I want to see. This will give you tons of ultimate charge, and it's surprising how much damage this does. So they're pushing forward onto us. Again, we're observing range here. I do like it. We should be firing at this guy. Nice. Nice kill. See, that isn't the aim of a bronze player. That is actually not the aim. I don't know why you're in bronze. There's got to be some other reason here. Like, you either have like a horrific defensive phase or something. I don't know. Okay, so Bob goes in. I mean, that's not a great position for Bob, is it? Think about Bob again. Just again, this so like Overwatch is so simple. You know, if you guys watch the kind of tongue-in-cheek, jokey video I did with Dr. Disrespect, fantastic player, awesome aim, but doesn't understand like the way the game plays and the way things work. This here is an example of you sort of panicking. You know how Bob works here, right? You shouldn't deploy Bob there. Bob should be deployed. He should be going towards the back here. He should be standing like towards the back so he can fire at everyone. So he's a problem when the enemies start coming out. Here on the payload, well, they can hide from him, can't they? They can be over here. Maybe they can be over there. Maybe they can be around here. Now, granted, this fight is getting scrappy. It looks like we've won the fight based off the fact we've got Bob, we've got Doomfist, we've got Hog, and we've got you, and they only seem to have one player there. But you get what I'm saying, guys, as well. Also, Bob can contest the point, so I guess that's something you could use it for, but whatever. So, okay. All right. Okay, let's go forward. So that to me was okay. That's not a bronze play. That's what really gets me worried here. Like, I don't understand, like, how you're bronze. Oh, very nice. You did an edit. Beautiful. Saves me skipping forward. Okay, okay. I think I understand why you're bronze now. Oh, God, no. Oh, no, no. I presume you're about to show me some horrifically bad Widowmaker play. What I'm going to say straight up is I thought your Ashe was okay. I thought it was better than bronze. I think what I would say is it's maybe low gold. That's what I'd probably give you. Low gold. Platinum is pushing it. Silver, I think you're better than silver, and you're definitely better than bronze. You could just play Ashe. Ashe is still super effective. On this point here, right, there's 3 heroes that are incredibly effective, right? You've got, operating around here, operating there, operating there. You've got Widow, which you're playing, that's fine. You've got Ashe, and you've got Soldier. They are incredible here. That's like a dead face or something. You've also got McCree as well, but the reason why I didn't include McCree there is because Widow, Ashe, and Soldier have got a lot of mobility, so you can sort of get away. I mean, generally, I play Soldier here. Like, I love this map on defense because I'm like, right, I'm playing Soldier because I'm going to be so, like, annoying with Soldier. You can keep moving around the side here, and then you can poke the enemy down there. Then you can move back and poke them here. You can move back here. You can just do loads of stuff. Of course, you can do it with Widow. You can do it with McCree, but you can do it with Ashe as well. So, effectively, any hit scan is fine. But you've gone for Widow. Now, Widow, compared to Ashe, is kind of similar, but Widow is... Well, you need to land those shots, and you're telling me you're bronze, and I'm really worried now. I'm super worried that you're just not good enough with Widow, and we're going to see a lot of problems, because I did notice you sort of stood still a little bit with the Ashe, so you were standing still to aim and fire, which is never great. You always want to be trying to move all the time, not just standing still. All right, so that was just absolutely terrible off that Junkrat. I literally don't know what he's doing, and they've also got a Pharros. This is good news for us, so we should be able to counter them. Right. Okay. So I didn't notice that he didn't put down the Widow Mine to begin with. I don't know why you've just deployed it there. Yeah. Well, our Hog has killed... Like, so our Hog actually killed the... Okay, this is what I want. Our Hog killed the Pharah, which is fine. We did get some decent shots on him, but you're showing me that you're just not very good with Widow. Your aim was kind of questionable. I mean, the Junkrat moving up here, I mean, that was an easy kill. He was just walking towards us. It was a little bit more difficult with the Pharah. Now, this is where it comes down to the sort of, there's a lot of questions I can ask here. So the first thing I just want to highlight is the Widow Mine, right? We should stick the Widow Mine on the wall here. We should stick it on here. We should stick it on here. Like, just look for some way you can stick it, or you can stick it here. So it catches them off guard and detonates on them. Don't do what you just did and throw it down in the middle of a fight, because it doesn't add any value. You're not going to get any sort of worth out of that. You're just wasting time. You could be firing at the enemy. And we could have killed the Pharah, although I think we got worried. So, yeah, like, I mean, I've showed this in, like, literally, I feel like hundreds of overanalyzed, but this type of thing is not what we want to see with aim. We don't want judder. We don't want, like, oh my God, I've got too much sensitivity, whether that's in-game sensitivity or your mouse DPI is too high. There is a Ultimate Overwatch aim guide, which if you guys Google that, you will find it, and it should be my video, and it shows you everything. It shows you how to set up your desk. It shows you your... how to work out your DPI and all of that stuff. That's fine, right? And you're not doing this, right? So your aim is kind of like this, but it's a little bit slow. We're not too accurate. That's because we're not warmed up here. You have to warm up if you want to play Widow. You can't just go into games and go, I'm going to play Widow. You have to dial in the aim. You have to grind out. Like, there's tons of Widowmaker headshot only modes in the workshop. There's tons of practice workshop stuff. There's just loads of stuff you can do. Also, why are we not pushing forward? Like, push forward here. That doesn't achieve anything. And standing here is just like, we know our team have gone forward. Or some of them have, at least. Okay. So what you want to avoid is just firing into a barrier. Like, never fire into a Reinhardt barrier with Widow unless it's the only thing to fire at. What is that, chat? You gotta love. You gotta love. You've gotta love. Nice. Huge. Good shot. So the enemy team are all over the place here. They're like massively feeding and whatever. They're all trickling in. It's fine because we can use it as practice. But just think, what are we doing here now? Like, what are we, like, our team have pushed forward. Why are we not going forward over here to just get a few cheeky shots off? Now, we know the enemy team have got a Widow, so we've got to be a bit careful, right? Well, we should know, because I mean, I can't tell if you're bringing up the score screen or not, but just, again, like, you know, this just goes back to the whole idea of, you know, this show is called OverAnalzyed, but we really want to avoid overanalyzing. That's why I really like to keep this kind of simplistic in the way I approach it. So I'm not going into massive detail on, oh, you know, you should be doing this with grapple, you should be doing all that crap. All I want you to do, right, and this will just make you a better player, is just be more aggressive. You should be over here, because this gives us a vision to everything that's going on down here, and we can start applying damage to people that push through. We can also quickly reposition because we've got grapple. We can just use it on the ground to flick ourselves across. So, I mean, what you would do to get over there, I mean, yeah, you could just jump straight down here, grapple, and then there you go. Or you could run forward, grapple onto this, so you do like a trick shot into the air and fire down. Now, you are a bronze player, so I'm not expecting any kind of like Widow mad grapple trick shots and all that stuff. Or you could just fire it onto the ground here. So you basically deploy the grapple, right? And as you're about to reach the end of the grapple, you press space to disconnect the grapple, keeps your momentum going, so you will jump a bit further forward, and then you can move around here and start shooting. There's all these little things with Widow, right? But it's just go forward. Like, literally just go forward. I think what we're doing here is thinking we're going to sit on the... I mean, you do say in your email you think you've got a ton of tunnel vision, which isn't great. We're not doing anything. Our team are dying and we're not doing anything. Like, what are we doing here? This is why you're bronze. This is actually why you're bronze. But what are we doing? What are we doing? What, like, where? What's the plan here? Is the plan to go AFK? Where's the value, right? Oh, now we're going forward. Oh, look, there's a diva. Okay, we've got a few hits on the diva, but the diva, like, yeah, we know she's behind us. Okay. This is very weird. Come on, diva. This is very weird. What the? Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Hey. Oh, we must be 1 HP. I couldn't see because the video quality was too low. Ah! Uh-oh. Uh-oh, we're dead. Oh, God. Wow, let's go back for that. Let's go back. Let's go back. Apparently, I can't go back. Let's go back. There we go. Okay, let's go back. All right, then. So we're worried with this diva. And it's fine, you know, using Infrasight there, I don't mind. I mean, the enemy Widow's using her Infrasight as well. Normally, like, and again, this is more of like a... I don't really want to say it's a high-level thing, because if the enemy's got a Widowmaker and you're a Widowmaker and you've got Infrasight, you want to save your Infrasight for when they use their Infrasight, then you use it at the same time. That's how you directly counter Infrasight, right? Also, you could just kill their Widow, but the Widow with Infrasight has got such a massive advantage. So I wouldn't have used it. Like, basically, I wouldn't have cared, right? This is where you use voice comms, right? So you're sitting here. You should never be here. It's stupid. That diva is way out of position on her team. Yeah, we can punish her, and that's fine. We see her here. She's obviously trying to cap the point or something mental. It's never going to work. We get a few hits on her. She goes to get the health pack. Now, our first thought here is, guys, diva's behind us. That's all you do. It doesn't matter if your team are not in voice comms. Hopefully they are. You just say it anyway, right? This is an overreaction. This is like, oh, I know diva's behind me, but what value does this give you here using Infrasight? We already know she's there. It doesn't matter if she goes on a magical mystery tour behind the point. We literally don't care. We're waiting for her. We're going to try and do damage to her. See, she knows, like, oh, Infrasight's up. I'm going to use my defense matrix and then push onto you. Now, this is a worry for us, right? Because when she's on top of us, she's obviously going to do a ton of damage. Everybody wants diva on top of him, apparently. If you guys put hashtag Overwatch into Twitter and search here, I dare you, ladies and gentlemen, to see what you find. Anyway, we drop off the high ground. We try to grapple across the other side, but we miss. Then we reset back to this position. I'm happy with this at the moment, right? Okay, we drop that. Bomb goes down. Now we pop back out. So we try to get a cheeky hit there. We don't get it. Now, the problem here is we've got 65 HP. So the way this went, we can't win. Like, we're going to die to this Winston. It's the only, like, that's just what's going to happen, just because of what basically unfolded throughout all of this, which wouldn't have happened if we were here. But because we kept this position here, I don't know what I'm drawing there, like, whatever, because we kept the position here where we are, and we're not over there. We're not near our team. We're isolated. D.Va is a... Oh, yeah, sorry about that, guys. I sort of stopped the recording. But because D.Va is a counter to us, we don't want her on us, right? We want this D.Va nowhere near us, and... yeah, we've almost isolated ourselves. We've done a bit of Corona self-isolating, although it was a big D.Va, and she bashed us, and now we're going to die. So I hope you can see, like, how that, like, it was just a little changes in the basically the positioning would have made a massive difference to the fact that, well, you'd still be alive here, contributing to the fight. And the fight is going, well, messy at the moment. It looks like we are getting pushed off the point, although Bob is doing quite a bit of work, it looks like. Yeah, so it's pretty much gone. Now, just get the high ground. Do a right here, go up the stairs. Okay, don't. Running back to the point here, we're never going to win. We're just going to feed. All right. Nice kill, nice kill. I mean, that was extremely terrible of a res off that Mercy. But it was nice that you lined up the shot and took the hit. But it feels to me like you're starting to warm up into the Widow here. Whereas, like... uh-oh. This could be a problem. Okay, nice. Whereas, like, earlier on in this Widow phase, we were very much missing our shots. We didn't look too great. Here, nice. Can we tag that again? Nice. Our team is super aggressive here. But, like, this is fine. This is actually fine. The enemy have got to come out of their spawn, and they've got to move the payload. So we literally do not care. They can do whatever they like. We're burning time here. This is fine. It's totally fine. I mean, we expect to lose this fight at some point, but provided they keep using their ultimates, provided we keep killing them, we're causing them problems, it's absolutely totally fine. One thing I would be worried about here is, and this again goes back to sort of game knowledge and just reading what's going on. I know Overwatch can be a game where you kind of get consumed. We should be using our scope there. Before I make the point on Overwatch and getting consumed with, like, just what's going on the screen and not really focusing on, like, the bigger picture, using the assault rifle for Widow, it's fine. Like, I don't have a massive issue with it, but when it's like a D.Va or like a massive target, just shoot into it with your scoped shot, unless it's like point blank on you and you just need to spray it, or unless the target has got 1 HP. Like, you'll see sometimes that when you go for the scope, if you hit somebody with a body shot, you might be able to kill them by just spraying at them with the automatic fire rather than trying to get another much more difficult to land a scoped shot. Now, the thing about reading the game is this, and I think I really need to highlight this because this is something that we see a lot, which can be a problem. So you're on Widow. Now, if you are an amazing Widow player, then it wouldn't matter what the enemy team are doing. You would just kill them, right? But you're not. You're like a Widow player that's sort of at this level. They have now got a Winston. Well, they've had a Winston for the majority of the game, I believe, or at least since they capped the first point. But they've had a D.Va for the majority of the game. Now, the problem with these two heroes, right, is, well, joined up together, they are actually really good at killing Widow. All they got to do is come after you and smack you, and you're dead. So this could be really difficult for us here, where we have problems sort of getting work done because we've got a Winston in our face, we've got a D.Va in our face. Obviously, on the other hand, we could just win the fight and just pick up kills anyway. So, like, I'm worried about this Winston here. Like, nice shot. We should be able to take this, actually. All right, we need to take out the Riptire. Doesn't matter, he wasted it. Okay, now, again, think about your position, right? Think about who you are. You're Widow. Okay, you've used... All right. Okay, Infrasight usage, right? We'll quickly touch on this. So, Infrasight, try and use it when the enemy are about to push, or if the enemy Widow uses it. Or if your team are going to push and for some reason need sight. Here, we've used it when we've won the fight, and the enemy team, like we can see, they've got two people are dead currently, and the rest of them are trying to regroup, so these guys were dead. You know, rest are trying to regroup. So what is this actually giving us here? It's not really giving us anything, is it? Yeah, we can see where they are, but it's not helping us anyway. We shouldn't be on the low ground either. We really should be. We really should be up here, on one of the high grounds, just trying to get some sort of a pick. We don't want to prioritize shooting into their... Oh, that's our Reinhardt, sorry. We don't want to prioritize shooting into their barriers. We just want to try and pick off anyone we can. And... Okay, see, we're doing it. You see, we're doing it. But we're not doing it fast enough. So you know what needs to be done. So Winston, when he pops that, we don't care. Like, that Winston using it there is actually feeding his brains out. He becomes a massive ultimate charge, sponge, battery, whatever you want to say. You just drill him. You just get ult charge. It's fine. But think about going forward again. Like, you're not aggressive enough here. We could be over here taking a few pot shots at the enemy from that window as they come down. If you kill the Junkrat, the Soldier, the Moira, the Mercy, that's huge. That means your team then win this fight. This phase of Numbani is incredibly good for Widow. It's incredibly good for Ashe. It's great for Soldier. Anyone who's got long-range hit scan damage is just going to be incredible here. McCree's good as well. All right. Nice shot. Don't know what that Widow was doing. That Mercy was doing. What the hell? So things like that, listen, things like that will happen, which are very, very strange. I don't know why she was there. I don't know why she was supporting the tanks. This is bronze, right? But you've just got to laugh to yourself and be like, whatever. I'll just take that. It's fine. I'll get the kill. But that's not going to happen at any kind of decent level, right? It's also, I guess, it's not really a bad habit for you to kill her. Obviously, it's a bad habit by the Mercy play. It's just terrible play. That's what it's just terrible. It looks like we might be okay here, actually. Riptide's coming in. We need to try and take that out. Coming around the side. We've seen it. Kills our Moira. But still here, we're in a decent position, right? We can just take our time. We can just focus on these shots. Who's going to pressure us? Well, there is a D.Va, so maybe that gets us at some point. Nice shot on Torb. So us having a Soldier... Okay. Okay. We're dead. All right. It would have been difficult to get out of that situation because we were so low HP. You could argue that we should have got health before that happened. We could have grappled up on the buildings above us to just sort of get us out of the way of Winston, but it's going to be very difficult to escape Winston. Here, this is a fine use of Infrasight because it's the end of the game. I don't know. That is really interesting, guys. Honestly, that is super interesting. All right, I want you guys to let me know what you think about what we've just seen. I think you're a good Ashe player. Widow was a little bit questionable. I don't think you're a bronze player. I really don't think you're a bronze player. I think, honestly, I reckon one little small change there, and you will become easily a gold player. And the change is just, well, as crazy as this sounds, it's just get the high ground. Don't stand on the payload as much. All right, guys, I've been Stylosa, and this is Stylosa. I nearly said Unit Lost. It is Unit Lost, but they changed the channel URL to Stylosa, so it's easier for people to find the channel. But, yeah, all right, guys. Well, I'm going to go and enjoy my, well, it's now cold, my hotel coffee. Terrible. But, yeah, and remember, guys, if you want to send video clips in for consideration, then do send them over on unitlost.com/overanalyzed, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Toodaloo.